I've been waxing the chain for my road bike for more than 1 year now. The advantage is that the chain is much cleaner than an oil chain, and supposedly the friction is reduced, so I should save a few watts, and also the wear and tear on the chain and of the cassette should be reduced, so I would not have to replace the chain and the cassette as often. Supposedly the chain would have to be re-waxed only after a few 100 kilometers. However, when riding in the rain, then the chain should be re-waxed immediately after the ride, otherwise it will rust. So I would say waxing the chain is really advisable only for indoor training and for riding in really dry conditions. Otherwise, as I said, the chain would have to be re-waxed very often. Until now I was using Molten Speed Wax, which came as a kind of gray particle in the plastic bag, and now I'm switching to absolute Black Graphene Wax because it comes in such a very nice package and looks much better than the Molten Speed Wax particles like blocks of chocolate. So I'm sure this wax is much better than the Molten Speed Wax. Now I am melting the wax and I'm preparing my chains for re-waxing. A lot of useful information about waxing a chain and preparing the chains for waxing and re-waxing can be found on the channel of OZ Cycle. In Australia it seems to be very popular to wax chains. I think this is because it never rains in Australia, because everything is upside down, so the raindrops will always fall upwards. So they never have rain as we have here in Germany all the time. So now I've installed the wax chain and I was riding the first 100 kilometers. Supposedly one big advantage of this absolute black graphene wax is that after the wax has cooled down, it is much easier to loosen the chain links, and this is really true. So with the Molten Speed Wax, it was really hard to get the chain links loose. It was really hard labor, and with this absolute black graphene wax it was much easier. Supposedly the chain should run quieter. That I did not really notice, so I did not have much problem with the noise from the chain that was waxed with the Molten Speed Wax. Supposedly it is more efficient. That I also don't know. Subjectively, I did not notice any difference. So for me, the biggest advantage is really that after the wax has cooled down, it is very easy to loosen the chain links.